So now I'm going to discuss one of the fundamental techniques of the Chum Kiu form, which is the second form in Wing Chun, and that's called a Paai Jaang. Paai Jaang means hacking elbow, and this is a very common elbow attack we use in Wing Chun, especially when our opponent is too close for us to do chain punches or to use other punching techniques. We'll resort to the elbow. So elbows are only done at close range. Now, in the form, the hacking elbows that we do actually use the Lan Sao structure from the Siu Lim Tao form as the base. So you're going to keep the upper body in the same exact position here, and then you're going to do a 180-degree turn. And this is how we practice it in the form. And then you're going to turn both ways. Now, in the form, we do it 3 times each side, but you can do it by itself as continuous practice, turning from one side to the other. Now, it's very important that the upper body structure doesn't change. It's just the stance that changes and turns you from side to side, but the upper body stays the same because you want the elbows to move in unison. Now, when he's doing 2 at the same time, in fighting, you're only going to apply 1 elbow at a time. The bottom elbow, when he's turning in this direction, is called the Kiu Paai Jaang, or the frontal hacking elbow. The other hand here, which is coming in this direction, is known as the Howcast Paai Jaang, which is the back hacking elbow here. So when you train the Chum Kiu form, you're actually training 2 different elbow strikes at the same time. You're training 1 frontal elbow strike and 1 back elbow strike. Then when you turn to the other side, it's the other way, frontal, and then that one was back. So you're actually compressing it and training 2 at the same time. Now, if you notice, he's got all of his weight on his back leg, because if he were to apply this in fighting, he would be doing it here. What we don't do if he faces me frontally, all right, frontally, is keep your axis in the same place. There's some people, they teach the Paai Jaang like this, okay? So if he turns this way, all right, the problem is that if the elbow misses, all right, if I move to the side, he loses his center line and he puts me in a position where he's out of position to counter, and I'm also in his stance. So we prefer to do it when our leg is forward and the elbow is actually coming into our opponent. For example, something like this. I do the elbow strike this way here instead of in front of him, which can leave me open if he wants to counter. So the elbows should all be done very direct, and it starts with training it in the Chum Kiu form.